It's Local 6 Legal Line on WPSD Local 6 Midday. Kevin Shannon of the Bryant Law Center in the hot seat answering your questions at 1-888-208-6946. Those questions regarding personal injury. Give us a shout and we'll get those answered here in the next few minutes. And Kevin, we do have a question from someone who says, I was hurt in a car wreck. It wasn't my fault, but the other insurance company says my insurance company needs to pay for my medical bills. Is that correct?
Dave, if it was a Kentucky accident, that would at least be partially correct. The insurance company that covers the vehicle you're in at the time of the accident should be responsible for payment of the first $10,000 in medical bills that a person incurs. Now, a lot of people say, well, that doesn't seem fair, it doesn't seem right, it wasn't my fault, why should my insurance pay? And the bottom line is because the law requires it, and whether you know it or not, you've already bought that coverage and paid for that coverage. And don't worry about it too much because your insurance company will then work behind the scenes to get their money back from the other person's insurance company. Now, if your bills go beyond the $10,000, you'll need to get those turned in to health insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid.
We have a question from Mark who says, I was riding my bicycle and a car pulled out in front of me. I had to swerve to avoid an accident, and while doing so, I wrecked, hurt my shoulder, and broke my arm. They say it was my fault. I say it was theirs. What can I do about this?
Well, you know, unfortunately, a lot of times, especially with the bicycle accidents, you get that. The car driver will blame the bicyclist, and whether it's your fault or not. I think your best bet is probably to go ahead and contact a lawyer sooner as opposed to later. Shouldn't cost you anything to make a phone call, shouldn't cost you anything to hire a lawyer, and there probably needs to be a little investigation to see if you can shore up the claim that it was the car driver's fault.
I have a question from another viewer, an anonymous viewer, who says, I was in a pretty bad wreck, got some pretty serious injuries, and the person that caused the wreck did not have any insurance on their car. Now, what I want to know is there any way to get reimbursed for the damage to my car and my injuries? What do I do here?
You're probably going to have to look at a couple of things. Number one, if the person that was driving the car did not own the car, then it's possible that they have some insurance coverage that's personal to them. If so, you might be able to make a claim that way. On the other hand, if there's just no insurance either on that other car or for the other driver, then you're probably going to have to look to your own insurance company for what's called uninsured motorist coverage. You probably are going to have that again on a Kentucky policy. You may or may not have uninsured motorist coverage that would cover the property damage. So, you know, you probably just need to do some digging on your coverages.
Got just a few seconds left in part one of today's Local 6 Legal Line. Not enough to get in the next question, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. If you didn't get your question in, you still have time to call us at 1-888-208-6946. Kevin and I will be back, and he'll be providing the answers on the other side of the break. Legal Line Part 2 coming up on Local 6 Midday.